Hey everyone out there in YouTube land, this is Mike coming back at you again. I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to go ahead and do a character review of one that I just randomly picked out of my Marvel Encyclopedia. This time, I'll use DC and other ones as well. If you guys like this, I'll continue to do it. I just really threw this together this afternoon, so it's not 100%, so forgive the production and stuff like that. But let me know what you guys like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see, what you don't want to see, um, and stuff like that. And I look forward to hearing or reading your comments. Thanks. All right, the guy that we're looking at today, Mr. Sensitive, also known as the Orphan, located in Earth 616. Real name is Guy Gardner. His origin is he is a mutant. First appeared in X-Force 117 that came out in August of 2001. Was created by Peter Milligan and Michael Allred. Guy was an orphan raised in foster care. He believed his parents to be dead. He comes to find out actually that his parents aren't dead. They actually tried to murder him as a child by setting the house on fire to try and basically get rid of him. So, yay for those parents. At that time, his mutant abilities became really heightened, and he started feeling things. Hence the name Mr. Sensitive. That were just driving him absolutely nuts. He tried to control these through drugs, alcohol, martial arts, and everything, and nothing really worked. He had decided to try and take his own life by doing Russian roulette. The first time that didn't work, so then he basically made that a nightly ritual of every time before he was going to bed, see if luck is on his side or not. He eventually reached out to Professor X saying, hey, I got problems. I need help. Professor X created basically a suit for him that would, what do you want to say, dampen his abilities to be sensitive to the people around him and stuff like that. Knowing the information that he does, he decided to try his hand at superhero work. Because of the high because of the high death rate of the individuals on the X-Force, he decided to be a member of their team, hoping that that might take care of his problem. So he decided to join the X-Force. Shortly after joining, a majority of the team was killed in the Boys R Us massacre. At that time, they promoted Guy to the head of the X-Force team. At that time, he had changed his name to the Orphan because that's what he felt more accustomed to and stuff like that. Another question: if there's a high rate of death, why are people joining this team? Sounds like it's a pretty bad team. If everyone's dying, I mean, I don't understand that, but that's just me. And then also as well, never mind. After on the team, he eventually fell in love with another character called Edith Constance. Her real name is, yes, believe it or not, You Go Girl. That's right. Her name is You Go Girl. With the names of like Mr. Sensitive, The Orphan, and You Go Girl, I'm surprised none of these caught on and are big name heroes nowadays. Let's see. The guy and the rest of the team, they wanted to change the name of X-Force, but for some reason, they wanted to go on one last mission before they decided to change the name. So You Go Girl told Orphan, hey, I got a name that we can change the team to, but I'm not going to tell you until after we get back from this mission. Hold on. Everyone that reads a comic or anyone that reads anything or watches a movie, when someone says something or does something like that, that person is gonna die. That's the stupidest thing to say. Well, guess what? Edith, You Go Girl, dies. As Mr. Sensitive is holding her, her last words. not I love you or hold me or I'm cold or anything like this. Her last words are ecstasis. That's the name that she wanted to name the new team. So in honor of her, they go ahead and decide to call the team Ecstasis. Um, after Hugo Girl's death on the Ecstasis team, Guy Gardner eventually did fall in love with a new character. Her name was Venus de Milo. Eventually, Orphan steps down and lets Anarchist take over as the leader of the team. Orphan decides to go on one last mission with the team. It was supposed to be an easy, no harm, no frills job. It was basically their last big score so they could retire and go out on a bang. Well, they do this, and pretty much everyone on the team dies, including Anarchist and the Orphan. Orphan goes to heaven and meets up with Hugo Girl, and the Anarchist goes to hell, purgatory, whatever you want to say, limbo. Meets up with Craven, Mysterio, and the Pitiful One. Those guys decide to come back to Earth for 24 hours and raise holy hell. Dead Girl at that time goes to heaven and decides to convince Orphan to come back and fight the bad guys. So they have a fight. Orphan convinces Anarchist, hey, this isn't who you are. This isn't what's supposed to be going on. You need to come back to the good side. So he sees the errors of his ways, and then he fights the other folks with Dead Girl, Orphan, and himself. They win, and then the both of them go to heaven. That's pretty much his character there in a nutshell. Hopefully you folks enjoyed it. This is my first time doing this. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, and we can go from there. Appreciate it. Thanks.